I'm Doug Massey, and today we're going to show you how to make over $150,000 per year selling final expense remotely from the luxury of your own home. And we're going to go over like a lot of information, including like how to accomplish this as an independent agent, the best carriers along with the commission levels that you'll need, the different types of high intent exclusive leads that are available, how many you're going to need to have each day, and even where you can get them from. And we're also going to talk about generating your very own calendar appointment leads where folks are actually setting an appointment all by themselves so they can speak with you about getting a quote for affordable life insurance. The first thing that we're going to get into is the different final expense insurance agencies and IMOs that are out there who actually have a platform where they do have agents making over $150,000 each year. But before we do that, if you'd like a copy of our telesales objections and rebuttals cheat sheet, stick around until the end of this video. I'll show you how to get this bad boy for yourself. That way you are ready to deal with anybody who tells you that they need to think about it before they do anything, or that like maybe they need to speak with their kids first. And yes, we would appreciate you giving this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe. We're putting out new insurance sales training content and final expense videos every week. In my opinion, the easiest way to have major success at final expense telesales is to do this as an independent agent. The idea is that you have multiple carriers and products, therefore you're leaving your client with a competitive product based on like, well, a combination of their health issues and how they actually receive their Social Security monies or even their paycheck. While shopping for an IMO, make sure that they do have an open release policy, very important, just in case, things don't work out. I also recommend that the first year commissions for the main products that you're selling is at least 100%. And of course, make sure that they actually have a platform that puts all the agents on an even playing field, along with like a lead program where you're getting exclusive high intent leads or appointments, and a lot of them. Again, exclusive leads only. The last thing that I would want is to work with leads that are like resold over and over again. That's just horrible. There's an agency here in my hometown that starts their agents right around, I want to say 50% first year commission levels, and they provide the leads for the agents. However, the leads are pooled and being called by like a lot of different agents. And I've been told by like several agents that these leads are hard to get on the phone. And when you do get them on the phone, you've got like maybe a 50% chance of them hanging up on you or even cussing you out, believe it or not, for the simple reason that all these other agents are calling the same leads. So if you're working with an agency that has a calendar appointment system like the one that we use at United Final Expense Services, then you're going to want to have an average of at least 25 to 30 appointments every single day. If the agency you're working with is using TV leads, you're going to want, I want to say around at least 6 to maybe as much as 10 of these per day. If they're actually the type of TV leads where the client calls in and you, the agent, answer the phone, around 30 per week will do the trick for, I want to say, a talented producer. If you're working the type of leads where an operator answers the phone and then inputs the lead into the system for the agents to actually compete for, like, that's basically what they do at Senior Life of Georgia, then you're going to want, I want to say, maybe more like 40 to 50 of these per week. The numbers I'm giving you are all based on you making $150,000 per year. FYI, if you do decide to work with a company like Senior Life, just remember that they only have one product and it's not very competitive. Some of the pros are that they have good leads. You can get 100% first year commission if you speak with the right person, that is. Their underwriting is pretty lenient and their application process is super easy, which makes them a great company if you're new. That's the thing. If you're a newbie to the insurance world and you don't want to get confused, by trying to sell a bunch of different products, they're a great place to start. Really, guys, the only cons of working with this company is that the commission drops substantially when you actually have to write the modified product. And since, look, here's the thing, they're just not very competitive price-wise for the clients. They have one of the easiest final expense products to replace. If you've watched my videos before, you've probably heard me talk about buying one of those expensive Facebook calendar funnel systems. These things can be very expensive. We're talking like $8,000 to $10,000, but for the right person, they can be worth every single penny. Just make sure to ask the person you're buying the system from how many appointments you'll be able to get per day through their system. What you don't want is to end up spending thousands of dollars on one of these systems only to find out that you're working like 80% leads and only 20% calendar appointments. You see, these type of leads are hard to get on the phone. But when the prospect takes that extra step to actually set the appointment on your calendar, and you have automations that remind them of the appointment, you should be able to get a presentation from, I want to say, like 1 out of 3 appointments. Which is why when you use a system like the one my agents use, and you average like 25 to 30 appointments every single day, you should be able to get in an average of 6 to 8 presentations per day. And here's the kicker. These are appointments of people who are expecting you to give them a quote for affordable burial insurance, which means that they're pretty much laydowns. We're seeing average agents closing 1 out of 3 presentations, and the more talented and experienced producers are closing around 50% of their presentations. As far as the carriers are concerned, I'm going to share with you my top 3 favorite and why. My number 1 favorite carrier for final expense telesales is currently American Amicable. The price for their final expense products is very competitive, and they have one of, if not the most competitive graded and modified products in the industry. American Amicable allows you the flexibility of multiple signature options, and they allow the agent to redate the policy without an amendment. My second favorite carrier is Prosperity SUSA. Prosperity's new Vista product accepts debit cards, including Direct Express and those refillable cards like Chime and Green Dot Bank. They pay the agent full commission even if you sell the graded or modified product, and they too give the agent multiple signature options. When you send up the application, if there are any questionable prescriptions that come early during the background check, the Prosperity new Vista product will actually let you know immediately exactly what prescriptions the client has that the carrier is having issues with. So now if you need to switch gears and like sell a different product, you know what medications the client is taking. Therefore, you can send the application up to the best carrier based on those medications. Very important, even if the client forgot, or let's say they just decided not to disclose those medications. In all honesty, Prosperity's graded and modified products are expensive and overpriced. So I only use them for level clients that can get first day coverage, or for people who don't have a checking account and only have one of those refillable debit cards. My third favorite carrier is mainly a guaranteed issue carrier, Great Western. I do like that they have, I want to say, a level and a graded product too, but since they don't do true Social Security billing like American Amicable and Prosperity, I kind of suggest maybe try to avoid selling their level and the graded product and just stick with selling their guaranteed issue product. The thing I love about that product is that Great Western will insure anybody between the age of 40 and 80 years old with no questions asked, and they do accept those refillable debit cards for payment for the clients. Unfortunately, people that pay with refillable debit cards don't tend to stay on the books very well, so I always want to get a checking or savings account for the client's bank draft, if they have a checking or savings account, no matter what carrier I'm writing them with. For those of you who would like access to free final expense telesales training, just click on the link above. This thing's going to take you to our 3-part series that covers like everything that you'll need to know so you can sell final expense insurance remotely from the comfort of your own home. If you'd like a copy of the telesales objections and rebuttals cheat sheet, just email me at that same address. Very important, guys. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now grab that headset, smile and dial, and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.